This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to episode 81 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray. We're recording early this week, controversial.
I know, and we've had a busy old week, haven't we?
We say that every week, it's embarrassing.
But no, to say the least, we've had visitors.
We have had visitors. Yeah, last time when we recorded, we were talking about our visitors, Chloe and Caitlyn. Chloe, I went to school. I was best friends with her mum in high school, Marie. And yeah, Chloe and Caitlyn stayed with us from Friday till Wednesday.
And you're all from Dorset.
Dorset, yes, exactly. They don't sound like that though, do they?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No,
Neither do I.
Very well spoken, very posh.
Yeah, exactly.
Chloe, yes.
We recorded this just before we went to Sala last Sunday because we knew we might be a little worse for wear, and that was a bit of an understatement.
That was a complete understatement.
Yeah, enough said.
Got to stop it.
We had a fabulous day, though. We thought, let's take them to Sala for lunch. It'll be a fun day, and it really was. It went into the evening. So Sala do a fabulous Sunday roast. You can choose all the normal meats and things. Chloe and I both had salmon, which I've never had on a Sunday roast. It was delicious.
Yeah, you enjoyed that. I had Caesar salad, which is not a roast.
No.
But it was very enjoyable.
What did Caitlyn have? I can't remember what Caitlyn had. Anyway, the food was delicious. And when you order a Sunday roast, you automatically get a glass of champagne. So Chloe and I had a glass of champagne, which was very nice.
I didn't with my Caesar salad.
No. They also do this offer if you can't decide what you want to have with your Sunday roast and you've got a group of people, have it all. And they do a kind of sharing platter with all the different meats.
I'm intrigued to try that. So I think when a group of us want Sunday lunch, we should go and do that because I want to see this grazing platter that they do. It looks amazing. It's got so much food on it.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Chloe and I also decided to share a starter because we both love mushrooms, and they do like a truffled mushrooms on toast. Oh.
Talking of mushrooms, I don't want to digress from the Sala thing. We'll come straight back to that. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Oksana at work today, and she said, they do some amazing crisps. Because we went, digress again. We went to Iceland because we had a meeting in Fangarola. So we popped in there and we were walking around, and she said, they do lots of crisps. Nothing on Ukrainian crisps. And she said her favourite is mushroom flavour.
No way.
And I said, Hannah would love that.
Yeah, mushroom crisps. Please ask her next time she goes to Ukraine to bring me back some mushroom crisps. I will. Thank you. So back to the Sala. After we had a delicious lunch, we walked down to the Clubhouse, which is also owned by the Sala Group. And we haven't kind of spent a proper day in there before, have we?
No, and I've got to say, it's a perfect place if you're here with family or friends and you want to entertain them or do something that keeps everybody amused. What a perfect place.
It's great, isn't it? So something we didn't take advantage of that they do there, which is a fun thing to do if you've got a group of mates and everyone's drinking beer, you can sit at a table that has a beer pump and you can decide how much you want to have in the pump, however many litres, and you pay that up front and then you just pour it yourself, which is a great idea. I love that. We didn't do that. No, we drank copious amounts of wine instead.
Exactly.
So we went on the pool table. We've had a few games of pool. I made a note of something that happened because it was particularly funny. You were doing the man thing, mansplaining, I think it's called, and you were trying to give some good advice to the girls, showing them where they need to hit the ball on the cushion in order to...
Balls weren't the same.
You're blaming the balls, are you?
Yeah, they weren't. They were lighter balls than what we played with.
Okay. Anyway, there was this one moment you had your finger on the cushion to show Caitlyn where to hit it, and she hit it exactly on your finger. Yes.
I wondered where that bruise came from, and you've just reminded me. It's like, Caitlyn, good shot. But
Ow.
Let me move my finger first.
I thought that was very funny.
I'm not sure it still went in the hole, though.
Probably
I think I might have had my finger in the wrong place.
Probably. We also managed to get a little karaoke booth going on. I don't think that's a normal thing, but I
think it was you and Chloe, to be fair.
No, it was with Dave and his family.
Well, yes, exactly. Them, you and Chloe. I don't think me or Caitlyn sang.
Yeah, Caitlyn and Chloe did. They did a couple of duets together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had loads of fun. There's also a F1 simulator, which you and the girls went on.
So Chloe is a massive F1 fan, which I didn't realise before she came, but a huge F1 fan. So much so that she and her family have just booked tickets to Silverstone. So that's how big they are. They're like totally into it. We were looking through the window for the VIP lounge, and I think Lando Norris had a signed helmet in there as well. So she was extremely excited about that. And then we did the Formula One simulator, which was amazing. Like really difficult to drive, to be fair. But when you get used to the line you're going on, then you sort of get what you're doing. And I think the guy that was showing us said that a Formula One driver, I can't remember which one, came down once and he was using it. I said, did he struggle as much as we did? He said, no, he shot round and like... So, yeah,
just to prove it. Yeah.
Yes, just to prove it.
Oh, was it fun though?
It was great fun. So yeah, again, as I said before, if you're looking for things to do, not only do they have the pool, the F1, they have darts.
Yeah. They've got golf simulators
and football simulators.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great for the whole family.
Definitely. Great day. So we had lots of fun in there. And then we decided to go back up to La Sala and did a bit of dancing, apparently.
Supposedly. We apologise to anybody that may have seen us, that we may have spoken to, and that we may have offended.
Yes, and we don't offend people. It was a fabulous day. So kudos to La Sala, and also the Clubhouse put on a great, great day. Lunch, entertainment, fabulous.
And pizza.
And pizza?
Yeah, we had pizza as well.
Did we really?
Yes, we did.
Seriously?
Yes, we had pizza.
Where?
In the Clubhouse.
Oh my God. This is really embarrassing. I feel like I need to cut this bit out.
Move on. On
Tuesday night, we thought we'd go bowling. Dad and Sheila came with us. We went to Los Arqueros Bowling, which is very close to where we are here. It's quite a good deal, particularly if you've got a group of 6, because it's €60 for an hour for a lane. So if there was just the 2 of you, it would be quite expensive. But when there's 6 of you, it's a tenner each. And we got a full game in and a bit more. Yeah. And we weren't extremely fast, so I reckon anybody that's going in a group could easily get a good game in for €60. That's €10 each for a group of 6 is great value. There is another bowling alley that's opened up in the, what do they call it? Red Dog Cinema.
The arena, the Marbella Arena.
Oh, yeah, I keep getting it wrong.
It's because they own that. But,
right. Okay, yeah.
So there is another one there. But it works out, if there's a group of 6 of you for an hour, it's cheaper to do Los Arqueros. If there's less of you, I think it's cheaper to do the other one because they charge it differently. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. And we will try that one day. Yeah, because it looks good, because we like a bit of bowling now and again. But again, mark this on your list. If you've got people, friends, family over and you need to entertain them, I can highly recommend bowling at Los Arqueros, or the other one we haven't tried yet, and definitely Clubhouse. You will keep them amused for hours. Yeah. We did better bowling this time than we did last time. We went with my cousin Nick and his kids, and I was terrible. And I'm normally all right. And I got a few spares this time. You got a couple of strikes, didn't you? I did, yeah. Well I done. Won. You did win. By 2 points. Was I third? You were somewhere along the board. Second. Yeah, don't nothing say to be proud of. Don't say it like that. I did really well. First, second, yeah, you can shout out. Third, fourth, fifth. Yeah, I don't think you should be saying anything really. I wasn't third, fourth, fifth. I was second or third. You weren't second? Okay, third then. Maybe. Okay. Oh, whatever. Anyway, I played well, better than I did before. You did. You played extremely well, my darling. Yeah, I'm back to my normal self. Okay, good. Something I wanted to mention, Caitlyn was really keen to go to the gym when she was here, and she was asking about all the different local gyms and whether they had day passes. And I was doing a bit of research trying to find out, and we suggested she went to the Reebok gym, which we've actually never been to, but it's fairly local in San Pedro. So she went along, and it was €10 for a day pass, which is perfect. That's a really good price. And she was really knocked out how friendly they were, what the equipment was like. She really, really enjoyed it. She went back again, actually, after that. Yeah, she went a couple of times. So, yeah, really. So if you're here on a short trip and you want to do the gym, I think one of the best value ones is definitely Reebok Gym. Even though it's a day pass, you're not going to be in there for a day, even if you're going to be in there for an hour or two, €10 is great. Well, we looked at some others, and I think Apollo only do a weekly pass. Yeah. So that's obviously a bit more expensive than that.
And there's some others near us that do like 25 euros a day, things like that, which becomes expensive if you're only going to be in there for an hour or so. So yeah, Reebok gym, 10 euros, really good price. So the girls left on Wednesday. So we've been kind of getting back to normal the last couple of days, getting loads of washing undone and boring stuff like that.
There's a lot of hair on the floor.
Oh, is there? Welcome to girly world.
Mm-hmm. It was me and 3 girls.
And you loved it.
And I loved it.
I met my dad for brunch today, talking of getting back to normal at Amber Chew, one of our favourites. Well, you didn't do the bless you. Well done.
I didn't.
No, that's good.
Where did you go?
I'm not saying Amber Chew.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you very much. And we bumped into quite a few friends there. It's a good breakfast place to go, so that was nice. And we caught up on puzzles. So I can't remember if have I talked about puzzles on the pod before?
I'm not sure.
Because it's quite a unique job. My dad is a puzzle compiler, and you probably haven't met many or any of them before. It's quite a unique job. I don't think I've ever met anyone else who does what he does. So he compiles crosswords and puzzles for different magazines and newspapers in the UK. And he sort of needs, like a writer would do, an editor. You know, he'll put it all together. And then it's really handy to have another pair of eyes look over it, try to complete the puzzle, make sure that it all works, make sure there's no spelling mistakes, keep an eye on whether there could be maybe a better clue for one of them, make sure there aren't 2 birds that are overlapping each other or 2 European capital cities that are too close together. You've got to keep an eye out for things like that. Just make sure there are no mistakes. And I don't want to say often there are, that sounds bad on my dad, but I don't mean there are mistakes.
You
but
sometimes have input.
Yeah, I sometimes have input. And I did today. Dad and I did quite a few of the puzzles together. And I came up with some alternative clues and things, which he quite liked. So that was nice. So it was fun doing it with Dad, actually.
He's a clever man.
He is a clever man. I also today it wasn't a nip at all. I went to La Cañada to meet my friend Steph at Manuka. I borrowed her... What was it?
Suitcase.
Her suitcase.
Difficult word, that.
I couldn't think of the word. I borrowed her suitcase when I went to India and couldn't believe that I hadn't given it back to her. So met her today to do that. We had a nice little catch up. And then I went to La Cañada and bought a few bits.
Mm-hmm. Can you ever go to La Cañada and not buy a few bits?
Maybe. I'm not sure I've done it, but...
Because when we went to Torrevieja, you bought a few bits.
I know. It's nice to buy a few bits. Now, a warning I wanted to give. Last week, I think we talked about on San Pedro Beach as we were going for a walk, there was some random kind of barbecue and a party going on. And we were like, oh, look at this, love this. I saw a warning that somebody posted online to say, when you see all these little pop-up barbecue things that look really fun, make sure you check the prices before ordering something. That. They said that for a small plate of boquerones, which are fried whitebait or anchovies.
So give you an example, if you got that in La Fria, which is our local tapas restaurant, you probably pay maximum 3, maybe 4 euros.
A plate of boquerones is like 14 euros.
Oh, well, you mean a portion as opposed to a tapa?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, like 14 euros. And then if you went somewhere like Kalakaua, they might be more like 17, something like that, which is a really nice restaurant on the beach. Here, they were 20 euros, apparently. And they had a plate of... I was going to say cojones. That's not the word I'm looking
bollocks.
for.
You can't
Ribs.
say that.
I can't think what I saw it in Spanish and I've written it in English and I've forgotten what it was. Costillas, something like that. Anyway, a small plate of ribs on a portion of... Costillas, thank you. All right.
Cojones doesn't come anywhere near that.
I knew it wasn't that. A plate
of... balls on your mind.
No, I haven't. A plate... People have no idea what you're talking about saying that. A plate of ribs on what it was described as cold chips. A small plate, incidentally, and that was 25 euros.
That's insane.
Isn't it? And we've noticed when we've been along the boulevard and they've had these food trucks, it all looks really cool. And again, like 20 euros for a plate of meat or something.
Value.
really isn't. So although it looks great, take a photo and then ask for a price list before you order something, because you might be a bit shocked at that. I wanted to mention a couple of guests I've had on Talk Radio Europe this week. Karen Wolrond was an American woman who wrote a really interesting book with a great concept. I really enjoyed it. The book was called In Defense of Dabbling, and it was basically in defense of being an amateur. It was saying we all put too much pressure on ourselves that we have to be the best at everything. And she said, if you want to go to a dance class because you enjoy dancing, but you're actually not that great at it, never mind. If you enjoy dancing, do it.
Yeah, see, there's two trains of thought there, I think. One is great, that's fine. And another one, shouldn't you aspire to be better?
Well, we spoke about that, and she said it's not that I'm telling people that they shouldn't aspire to be better, but she just said you kind of don't have to be. So I talked about amateur dramatics, for example, that we do a lot of here. And I said, none of us are being paid. We're not aiming to be professional actors. We do it because we enjoy doing it. And like any amateur group, some people are better than others. You're always going to get that. I also talked about the choir, and she was really excited that I was doing lots of different things, community groups together, which is another source of enjoyment.
So you're saying you're not good at any of them, but you enjoy it?
No, I'm saying I'm not amazing at any of them. I'm not a professional.
You're not a professional, but you're great at everything you do.
Oh, no, I'm not. I love you for that, but that's not true. Bless you, but that's not true. But it is. It's the idea that, again, with the singing group, that not everybody's an amazing singer. There are some that are better than others, but they're there because they love to sing. And that's the point of it. And she said we should all be looking for things that we want to do. If you've always wanted to knit, if you've always wanted to play football, if you've always wanted to climb a mountain, whatever it is, do it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Do you get the concept?
I do get the concept.
I liked it.
But always look higher, is my opinion. Don't settle for okay, settle for good.
I disagree. I think you're missing the point. I mean, to be fair, I don't feel like this book was aimed at me, because there are lots of things that I do out of enjoyment. I have a lot of hobbies. There's a lot of people, probably, sadly, who are sitting at home who, other than going to work, maybe aren't doing that much else with their lives other than watching television. They must be thinking about other things that they want to do. Oh, I wish I learnt to do salsa. I wish I could join a choir. I wish I could get up on stage. Well, do it.
You nearly put a Bristol accent on that then. Really strangely, but you nearly had a West Country accent when you said that.
Which bit?
All of that.
No.
Yeah. It's like, I wish I'd...
I wish you looked after me teeth. That's why you thought that.
That's literally...
No, you just thought it because it's the line. I wish you looked after me.
Yeah. There's something weird going on there.
I think you're weird going on.
Come on, Pam.
And another guy I had on, I really want to know if you know this expression. So I interviewed a guy called Charlie Barlow, and his book was called Dreaming of Unicorns. What do you think it's about?
Possibly dreaming of unicorns.
And what is a unicorn?
It's a sort of horse with a horn on it.
Aha. Well, that's what I thought. And there's a picture of a unicorn that looks just like that on the front of the cover. Nothing to do with unicorns at all. It's to do with entrepreneurship. And he's talking about his journey of becoming an entrepreneur, building a successful company, selling it. But he didn't create a unicorn.
He didn't create a horse with a horn on it.
No, see, I'd never heard of this expression either. And a couple of the listeners messaged and went, no, I've never heard of it either. So a unicorn is $1 billion innovation.
Is it really?
Yeah. A company that makes $1 billion is a unicorn. I'd never heard of that before. So there you go, a unicorn. So if you're starting up a company and you're aiming for the stars, you don't want to be an amateur, you want to be a professional, you're aiming to become a unicorn.
Or you can just settle for what you can do.
Oh, stop
As your last author said.
Oh, for God's sake. So something we talked about last week was how you pronounce Van Gogh.
Yes.
And you asked the 3 Dutch interns that you work with,
yes,
and they all said something different.
Yes, very slightly different, but yes, all different. They're all from different parts of Holland.
Yeah. Netherlands.
Fuck. They're all from different parts of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So what is clear is that the last G is a
Okay.
yeah, but some of them gave a harder G at the beginning and someone gave a softer G at the beginning.
Can you give us an example?
So it was Van Gogh, Van Gogh, or Van Gogh.
Wow. Okay.
But it's all a at the end.
Okay, so Van Gogh is out the window.
Oh, Van Gogh's not even a thing.
Okay.
That's foreigners say that.
Okay.
I think the one that they all agreed on pretty much was Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, which that's what my dad said.
Yes,
You
I
see?
apologise, Bernie, you were right.
You see, there you go. So Van Gogh. A podcast that I listen to and very much enjoy is Dish. And they said something this week and I thought, oh, I wonder if PJ knows that, because I don't. But it's about food, so you may well know. But don't worry if you don't. I'd never heard it. Do you know the best time to eat mussels throughout the year?
Any month without an R in it.
Any month with an R in it.
Fuck.
But yes, well done. I'd never heard that before. Yeah, that's so true.
I knew I didn't know my muscle from my arse.
So how it kind of translates is all the months of the year without an R in them, like July, August, May, June, are the hottest months of the year. And if you get mussels from the hottest months of the year, they're not as good as when you cultivate them from the colder months of the year, like September, October, November, December. So that's when you should eat mussels.
I did know that.
Okay, well done. I didn't. I learnt that.
While we're talking about food, I've got to say a huge thank you to Aoife and Maeve for getting me a fantastic cookbook, which is basically loads of different dishes, including Irish stew.
Irish stew in the name of the law.
Which you can make with Guinness.
It's a Guinness cookbook.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they've thrown Guinness into a few things that I would be, really? But
not in a Caesar salad,
I'm going to try every single one.
Yeah.
They all look amazing.
You'd imagine that Guinness would be a good ingredient to add to so many things, particularly this time of year. Like
so they call a lot of it blah, blah with stout or blah, blah with beer. So they've replaced all of those with Guinness, basically.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm looking forward to that. And it's a perfect time of year we're coming up to because all of this stuff is winter.
You like repeating me and not really listening to what I said.
I was in the middle of what I was saying, so I didn't really take any notice.
I said it before you said it. So, yeah, lots of stews and things.
Lots of stews.
Guinness hot pot, stuff like that.
Yes, because it's the perfect time of year.
Oh, stop it. No. So, yes, thanks, girls. Looking forward to enjoying that.
I did promise when I make the stew to invite them round and their father, Andrew, and their mother, Adrienne.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be lovely. Nice one. There was an interesting post I saw this week, which links to one of the Sir in English articles that we'll talk about, but we'll come back to that. A post I saw that said Spain is currently ranked the healthiest nation in the world. And it talked about the food, the kind of access that we have to fresh fruit and vegetables, fresh seafood. Also, it talked about the siesta as being a really positive thing, having an afternoon nap. So, yay, we live in the healthiest country in the world. There was also a thing we saw on social media talking about new road signs to look out for and needing to understand what they mean. So the sign basically has a red traffic light with a radar symbol. That's what the sign looks like. And it basically means that you're approaching a traffic light camera. And the camera is there on the traffic light to see if you are crossing a red light. I mean, obviously, no one should ever do that ever, but that's what the sign means.
It's very normal in the UK and in Gibraltar as well that they have this as a norm.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Pretty much every traffic light in the UK has this.
Okay.
So if you've ever driven in the UK, it's not a brand new thing. But for those like you that have only driven in Spain before, it is a new thing.
Well, you do see people going through red lights quite a lot. So, yeah, this is something to make people stop that, obviously. We've just been out for pizza and Peroni at Prova. 3 Ps.
Yes, well, I, before that, went out to Soho Market in Guadalmina for drinks with the office. Then we got together and had some nice pizza.
Yeah, love a pizza. I had the vegetarian, which I like because it's just coated in vegetables.
I always have the spicy one.
The Diavola.
I'll let you say that because I always say it wrong.
And a couple of articles to mention from the Sir in English. This is the article that connects to the post that I saw that said Spain has the highest life expectancy among EU countries. Both Spanish men and women live 2 years longer than the average of their continental neighbours.
That's because we have a healthy diet and a good social life. That was the important part of the article, if you read it.
Interesting.
It says if you do a lot of social things, that helps you have a longer life.
Good. Well, that's what we're doing. And that connects to the woman I spoke to on the radio. Community, having a good community.
So I'm working it out. And we should be living to about 150.
Oh, God. As long as we're healthy, that'll be marvellous. There was another piece in the Sur talking about Wolverine heiress Daphne Keane, who joins Comic Con Malaga, the guest list. Not even 20 years old, and she's already part of the Marvel universe. Her character is called Laura X23, which doesn't mean anything to me.
No, I mean, I'm not a massive...
Marvel.
Yeah, I'm not into all of that. But they've got some amazing stars. So I don't know if anyone remembers watching Game of Thrones and the really, really, really tall woman that was in it. She's part of Comic Con as well. She's here as well.
Okay.
So
didn't we say Schwarzenegger as well?
Schwarzenegger's meant to be there as well. So yeah,
Amazing.
it's just like one after another. I mean, I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing in San Diego in America. And this is the first time that Comic Con is making its debut outside of the US. And they've chosen Malaga. My colleague Nando, who is the dog expert on Good Morning Spain, he posted a video from Malaga Airport a couple of days ago, and it was all because of Comic-Con. They had all these people dressed up doing like gymnastics around the airport. It looked really cool.
That must be weird at an airport when you got security and people like literally dressed in things with swords and guns, and it's like, wow.
Oh, I don't think they had swords and guns. That would have been a bit freaky in an airport, but it looked amazing. And yeah, Comic-Con is running now. Today was the first day, and it's expected to attract 120,000 people. That's huge, isn't it?
Massive.
And one other thing to mention, around 800 nude volunteers from 26 countries participated in a large-scale art installation to celebrate the centenary of Cervezas Alhambra, the beer that you like.
I like Alhambra.
Yeah.
I'll get my kit off for an Alhambra.
Well, 800 people did. It was in Granada, and their whole bodies, their heads, their hair, and their whole bodies were completely painted green because they look like the green Alhambra bottles.
I mean, I would have done it, but I think it was a cold day, so I decided not to.
I always think there's a tiny part of me.
All right, what are you trying to say? I'm sorry. Enough. One tiny's okay, but tiny, you're taking it.
Oh, don't you make me pee myself. No, I mean... It's not you, Tiny. Me, Tiny part of me that would really kind of love to do that. I think it would be really quite cool. But there's a much larger part of me that wouldn't do that in a million years.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Being in the public eye and that.
Well, yeah. Being like naked with like a load of strangers.
Part of me's always wanted to go to a nudist camp.
Really? I've been to a nudist beach once.
But you weren't
when
nudist,
I was. Oh. So my friend and I, we were 19. It was in Greece, and we went to the nude beach. And we always went topless, but we decided to go to the nude beach, and we were really, really nervous. So we put up a like a windshield between the two of us so we didn't see each other's bits. We were already topless, which was normal. So we took our bottoms off, and then we led there and went, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's quite cooling. And we were laughing at how, because the wind gets to places it doesn't normally get to. It was quite nice.
Let's get your legs together.
We did. But then very, very quickly, a man came along and started talking to us, and he was naked, and we felt really uncomfortable. So we were like, oh, no, thank you. And then we put our bottoms back on and ran back to the clothed beach. So it didn't last very long.
Even if I've got my clothes on, I don't stop and talk to women on the beach.
Well, that Ukrainian girl came and talked to you.
Well, she didn't know you were there. She fancied me.
Well, exactly. There you go. Oh, look at his face. Look at the face. We'll leave it there. Hope you've had a good week. We look forward to catching up with you next week. And please follow us on Instagram at Radio Hannah.
At PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
And if you're not already following the podcast, please do. If you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from, make sure you hit follow and tell all your family and friends.
And if you like San Pedro, then it's at San Pedro Marbella Guide.